Welcome to the Monday edition of the podcast. I am Taylor, and I have got a crazy lineup of AI news today. Like, seriously packed with wild updates.
And I am Morgan. I will believe the hype when I see it, but I am ready. What is first on the agenda for us today?
We are talking wealthy Claude users, AI failing investment bankers, OpenAI killing Codex, and why AI agents will not steal developer jobs.
Quite the list. Let us start with the money. What is this about Claude users being wealthier? Tell me everything you found.
Dude, so I saw this fascinating survey on the decoder, and apparently Claude's weekly active users in the US skew like way wealthier than ChatGPT or Gemini users.
Wait, really? Wealthier by how much? I mean, ChatGPT has a massive user base of over 100 million, so it naturally hits every single income bracket, right?
Exactly. But the data shows Claude users earn significantly more on average. It is like the luxury sports car of AI assistants right now. So crazy to see the divide.
I guess that actually makes perfect sense. Claude is known for handling huge documents and complex coding tasks. That appeals directly to high-earning professionals, lawyers, and senior software developers.
Yeah, totally. The survey broke down the income across the big three, and Claude just dominated the top brackets. It literally feels like an exclusive secret club for executives.
But is it just the specific use case driving that, or is Anthropic marketing it differently? They really do not have the mainstream pop culture appeal that OpenAI has built up.
Oh, for sure. Anthropic is super low key. Like, you really only use Claude if you are deep into the tech or need serious enterprise level work done. It is not for homework.
Right. It is a professional tool first. It will be interesting to see if OpenAI tries to win back those high-income power users, or if they are happy being the default for everyone.
Oh, they definitely want them back. The enterprise money is just too huge to ignore. Anthropic is quietly stealing their most lucrative demographic.
Right. OpenAI cannot just rely on students generating essays forever. They need those deep enterprise pockets to fund their massive server costs.
Exactly. But speaking of high-income professionals, you have to hear this hilarious story about investment bankers trying to use AI for their daily tasks.
Oh, let me guess. The AI hallucinated a billion-dollar merger and got some poor junior analysts fired? Investment banking requires absolute, flawless precision every single time.
Haha, close. A new benchmark actually put top models like GPT 5.4 and Claude Opus 4.6 to work on the exact kinds of tasks junior investment bankers handle every single day.
And, let me guess, they failed miserably. Financial modeling and pitch decks are notoriously tricky for large language models to get perfectly right without human oversight.
Dude, spot on. 500 actual investment bankers reviewed the outputs, and literally not a single one was rated ready to send to a client. 0 out of 500.
Wow, zero? That is a brutal reality check for the whole AI hype train we have been riding. What was the main issue? Just hallucinations or formatting and tone?
Mostly that the results were just too imprecise or flat out wrong. Like, you cannot have pretty close when you are dealing with massive corporate mergers and acquisitions. It has to be exact.
Exactly. A misplaced decimal point in a pitch deck could literally ruin a multi-million-dollar deal. But did the bankers just give up on using AI entirely after seeing that?
Nope, that is the fascinating part. More than half of them said they would still use the AI output as a starting point. It is like having a really fast, slightly confused intern.
Right, so it completely cures the blank page syndrome. They can just edit the draft instead of starting from scratch, which still saves them hours of tedious grunt work late at night.
Totally. It is definitely not replacing the junior bankers yet, but it is fundamentally changing how they start their mornings. Speaking of replacing people, let us talk about developers.
Uh-oh, are we finally talking about AI taking all the coding jobs? Because I feel like we hear a new panic story about that every single week.
So, OpenAI just announced they are killing off their dedicated coding model, Codex, once again. They are folding its capabilities directly into the new GPT 5.5 main model.
Wait, again? Did they not already deprecate the original Codex API a while back to push people toward the standard GPT models? Why the constant back and forth?
Yeah, exactly. They had brought back a dedicated coding model for specific use cases, and now it is gone again. GPT 5.5 is supposed to handle absolutely everything natively now.
Interesting strategy. So, what is the actual pitch for GPT 5.5 then? Why should developers be happy about losing their specialized fine tuned coding tool?
According to the decoder, OpenAI says GPT 5.5 promises much stronger agentic coding and way lower token usage, so it is basically cheaper and a lot smarter at the same time.
Agentic coding? So it is not just writing isolated snippets anymore, it is actually acting as an independent agent, navigating the entire codebase and executing complex changes on its own?
Dude, yes, it is supposed to be way more autonomous. But honestly, some devs are probably super annoyed they have to completely change their workflows and prompts yet again.
Always. Every single time OpenAI updates the underlying architecture, developers have to rewrite their prompts and testing pipelines. It is an endless treadmill of updates and breaking changes.
Seriously, it never stops. But if GPT 5.5 actually delivers on the lower token usage, that is a massive cost saving for startups building AI dev tools right now.
True, infrastructure cost is everything right now. Though I am still highly skeptical about letting an autonomous AI agent loose in a production codebase without heavy human supervision.
Well, that skepticism leads perfectly into our last story. Researchers are aggressively arguing that AI agents are not actually replacing software engineering at all.
Oh, really? Because the popular narrative right now is definitely that developers are headed for total obsolescence. Devin and all these autonomous coding agents have people seriously spooked.
Right. The doom and gloom is literally everywhere on social media. But a new paper from Chalmers University and the Volvo Group says that view completely misses the mark.
Okay, I am listening. If these AI agents are writing the code, debugging it, and deploying it, what exactly is left for the human software engineer to actually do?
So they argue that AI is just expanding the field far beyond just writing code. It is becoming much more about system design, overall architecture, and defining the actual business problems.
Ah, so it is moving from being a bricklayer to being an architect. The human focuses on what to build and why, while the AI handles the repetitive how.
Exactly. Like coding is really just the translation layer between human intent and machine execution. If AI does the translating, we just focus on the high level intent. It is so cool.
That actually makes a lot of sense. It elevates the role significantly. But it does mean junior developers might struggle to find entry-level coding jobs to build their foundational skills.
Yeah, that is the scary part for sure, dude. The entry level stuff is getting automated so fast, so you kind of have to be a senior architect from day one now.
Which is practically impossible. The tech industry is going to have to completely rethink how we train and mentor the next generation of engineers if the AI is doing all the grunt work.
Oh, man, totally. It is a massive shift for the whole industry. But hey, we are officially out of time for today's show.
It always flies by so fast. Thanks for listening, everyone. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss our daily deep dives into this crazy AI madness.
All right, that is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news.